So let's talk today a little bit about cholesterol. So cholesterol, it gets kind of like this bad rap. So, you know, they don't eat eggs, and then they say, oh, don't eat fat because fat causes cholesterol. And, you know, if your cholesterol is high, you're at risk for a stroke. And they put this like total fear on us, right? Cholesterol is not the enemy. Cholesterol is actually needed in order to make hormones. And having low cholesterol is probably far more dangerous than it is to have high cholesterol. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some associated risks with having high cholesterol, but a lot of times it goes with a whole bunch of other problems. Like we have poor diet, we're overweight, blood sugars are wonky or imbalanced, and you know, a whole slew of other things are occurring on top of having cholesterol that's like, you know, kind of skyrocketing or whatever. So what can we do to support our cholesterol? And like I said, cholesterol is very, very important to keep balanced. But to me, it's not that, it shouldn't invoke so much fear per se when it starts to kind of get towards, you know, the top. It's pretty much easy to manage, because normally what we do is we say, okay, you know what, your cholesterol's high, and we end up, you know, getting our labs done, and then our primary care physician or whatever says, oh, we need to put you on a medication. Well, nobody looks at the whole reason of why the cholesterol's high in the first place. Normally our hormones are off balance, okay? And this is, you know, it's important to get to the root cause of why the cholesterol is high in the first place. So I love that the doTERRA products address root cause issues, because we don't want it to go high, higher. We want to figure out why are we producing so much cholesterol? Is it because we're missing some sort of enzyme to convert cholesterol to a hormone? You know, what exactly is happening that our body thinks that we don't have enough cholesterol and it just keeps releasing and making more, right? So if we can get down to that root cause issue of why it's high in the first place, we can avoid being on some of those synthetics for, you know, the time being, or for a long period of time. We can ward that off, which have horrible side effects. So we don't want to go down that road if we don't have to, right? Hopefully you agree with me. So what can we do to help naturally balance? Well, my favorite thing to use is the Lifelong Vitality. So we have our Alpha CRS, which is our free radical eater. That's going to help to promote younger, healthier cells. They help to eat up the free radicals that cause oxidative stress and us to age at an accelerated rate. We want to cut that out, right? We don't want that. And so, yes, I want more energy. Do you want more energy? Yep, that's what Alpha CRS does. It gives us more energy. And then the Microplex VMZ, this one is going to provide us with the vitamins and minerals that our body needs so that we can repair, rebuild, and restore. And then the third one is the XE Omega, and the XE Omega has 369 fatty acids in it, but it also has 9 essential oils in it that help to support balanced hormones and good fat metabolism, bone health, I mean, and a slew of other things, but we're talking about cholesterol, right? Okay, so I won't get off track. So it helps you with a ton of other things, but just know that it really helps to support the cholesterol in wonderful ways. Okay, so if you're not already taking the Lifelong Vitality, that is the best start for you and your body. Because it provides a nice foundation for you. We always want to build on a solid foundation. We don't want to build on quicksand, right? So the next thing we're going to do is DDR Prime. And DDR Prime is wonderful because it helps to repair damaged cells, and it helps hormone function. So most of the time our cholesterol does get wonky because we need hormones, and we need them in a certain fashion, in a certain way, or in abundance in some fashion, okay? And so the DDR Prime helps to soothe our hormones so that our cholesterol isn't so out of control. The third thing I like to actually use for cholesterol is the lemongrass and frankincense. So what I do is I put 1 to 2 drops in an empty capsule. And I take that twice a day, okay? So this is the veggie caps that come from doTERRA. So you could put 1 drop of each into the veggie cap and then swallow that. Just know you can't make your veggie caps up in advance because the oils will just disintegrate the veggie cap. If you use gelatin capsules, you can make them up in advance. So usually I'll use the gelatin ones, and what I'll do is I will make 1 to 200 at a time, and then I'll take the 1 drop of the lemongrass, 1 drop of the frankincense, put that into each capsule, fill it up with fractionated coconut oil. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then I store them in a cool, dry place in a dark container for the month. Okay, so I make those up for my husband, and I've made them up for some other clients that wanted to reduce their cholesterol pretty quickly. I've had some really good results. Like one friend, his cholesterol was 333, and within 3 weeks we got it down to 134. That's like 200 points. That's amazing. 3 weeks with just that combination of essential oils. So we were able to balance that out super nicely, and he could avoid having to go on something synthetic, which is liver toxic and starts to eat your joints. So being on statins usually are associated with a lot of joint discomfort, aches and pains, and a lot of liver damage. So having the ability to help avoid that, 2 thumbs up, right? I don't know about you, but I was like super elated about that. I've had a few others with similar results, not as good as that one, but still really good. In the event that you're like, I don't want to do any of this internally, and I don't like essential oils internally, and you want to go down that road, we do have another solution that's topical, and that's okay too. It all comes down to your preference. There's no wrong way to use your essential oils, okay? As long as the lid comes off, they work really nicely. So if you haven't already gotten my blend book, this is a book of all my favorite blends that I put together, and my friend helped me make these wonderful, awesome graphics for it. It's amazing. I love the work that she did. It's so pretty. And so we have a blend in here called Lipid Ease. So if you have this book, it has that blend in it. So you can also use the Lipid Ease in the event that you don't want to use something internal, and that's okay. And so you can use 6 drops of lemon, 6 drops of rosemary, 7 drops of lemongrass, 2 of frankincense, and 4 of geranium. And you're going to put that into a 10 milliliter roller ball. I don't have one to show you, but you're going to put it in a 10 milliliter roller ball, and then in a glass one, and then you're going to fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil and shake that up, and then just roll it over your belly button 2 to 3 times a day. Before meals is ideal. You could do it after meals too. It's not that big a deal. If you forget, don't worry. Just apply whenever you remember. Okay. And as long as you're getting it on a few times a day, you should notice a nice result. So one friend was using this, and she was able to avoid going on the statins for another year. So, you know, the doctor does her checkups every year and does her labs and stuff. So she was like, yes, another year, I made it. Woohoo, you know, so that's awesome. Hopefully you are able to dabble with some of these and share your experience with us. I'd love to hear how you're doing and how you use the essential oils to help support your cholesterol. So it's very important that we do take care of ourselves and be the best you. So I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to hearing about your essential oil use, and just post that below, and be sure to like the video if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching.